About to go 5 miles up the mountain. Well, 5 miles there and back. Take a little pause at the top, do a little video.
Every person is a verse on this earth. To represent the one that came first. First there was the word, and the word was Jah. Then came the rhythm, heartbeat like a drum said boom. There goes the universe, burst into colors. Sound of the thunder gave birth to the mother. Down came the rain with the song of the water. Life uncovered, everything is music. Everything is music, yeah. Everything is.
For me? Really? Oh, thank you so much. Another? Okay, sure. Why not? You're so kind. Really? It's too much. It's too much. You're using me or something. What's in it for you? Oh, you get to spread your seed? See, I knew you were using me. Never again. No, I don't want any more. No, you're just using me. I don't want to be abused.
Music, everything is music. Oh.
Made it to the top. Safe and sound. It's the peak. It takes me usually like half an hour to 40 minutes to run to the top. I just love it up here. I come down to the very end, and this little, like, under this pine tree, it's nice and soft with all the pine needles. And then there's this little rock here, just perched. It's perfect, and I like to sit on that and meditate or just look at the view and watch these birds, man. I forget what they're called, the long white tails, but they just soar. The wind creates this little like, they're like surfing, basically. They're surfing on the air. It's so fun to watch because they're just playing around with each other. They don't have to flap but like twice, and then they can just soar around and around in circles. And it's obvious that they're just having fun. They're not really, I mean, sometimes you see them ward off a predator or hunt, or maybe catch prey. I don't really know what they eat. Probably bugs and stuff, and berries. Probably these strawberry guavas, I don't know. They're everywhere, man. I'm just surrounded by them. I gotta come up here with a basket or something and harvest them. I just wanted to connect with you all again here today. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you can find your spot that you go to and go to it often and be quiet. Just be silent and listen. Listen to nature. Nature's trying to tell us all something, and that is just to love. Just to love and to be, and to serve our fellow humans, our fellow animals, our planet, to give back. We're so lost, we're so far from that. I just look down here and look at all these houses and these cars and these power lines. We've created this system that isn't connected to nature. You see, it's just clear cut, and little power lines are coming in to feed energy so that we can watch our TV, so that we can use our microwaves and just stay distracted. It's so backwards. It's so obvious that it's created that way for profit for a very few people. And I think that we can change that, and I don't think it's too late, and I think that we can work within this system too to change that. Elon Musk is a hero of mine. The guy is charging ahead in this revolution of independent, sustainable power. He's leading the way. He's risked all of his money several times to build these companies that are creating the future. Solar power is beautiful. I think that, like, there's a benefit to technology. Look at this conversation we're having. Well, it's not really a conversation, but you know. I have more conversations on Instagram. Go follow me over there if you want to chat. I share a lot of pictures, and I love talking to other like-minded folks. It's awesome because you get turned off by this lifestyle if you're trying it on your own and there's no one else around you doing it, because that's probably going to be the case for most people, unless you live in like really progressive areas like LA or California or Oregon, Hawaii. There's these little pockets where, you know, veganism is just like coming up. You know, you're starting to see more and more of that everywhere, and that's great and everything. I think that veganism is a huge step ahead. I think that the death and the destruction that is caused by animals and cheese people, dairy. I mean, if you see what these freaking cows go through so that you can have your pizza and your cheese on your burgers, they're sitting there in a cage getting raped every year. I mean, sorry to be gruesome, but like, be aware of this stuff, man. I just don't understand. I think that's the hardest part. Tim Sheaf actually said this in one of his recent videos. The hardest part about being a vegan is just waking up and looking around, seeing your friends, seeing your family, just not getting it. You know, and you say, hey, check out this documentary. How come you're not understanding? How can you see this and continue to do it? And I think a lot of that speaks to the addiction of meat, and the addiction of dairy, and the addiction of these lifestyles that are just like indulgent and pleasure seeking. I mean, we're pleasure seeking animals. We're just like over stimulated to the point where like going out in nature for the majority of people isn't going to be enjoyable. You have to understand how far gone we are to really appreciate this kind of lifestyle and the amount of work it takes to get there. I mean, it's not work, it's just like a process of elimination. And luckily for me, I was raised, you know, sort of on the other side of the spectrum. I mean, we were vegetarian. My parents raised us to be thankful for life, and I'm so grateful for it, because I think it was a lot easier for me to make this transition to get to where I am now. I never ate meat growing up except for when I decided to in high school because all my friends were doing it and I wanted to fit in. And it was delicious, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's what it is. It's calorie dense, rich, very flavored, fatty deliciousness. And you can make anything delicious though. That's the thing. But my palate's changed. I don't think that I would like try meat now and like the meat. It's not the meat I'd be liking, it's the seasoning on the meat. And I don't even think there's really like, I mean, yeah, some people, you know, they love their sashimi and their I mean, especially in Hawaii here, man, it's like raw fish. It's like, okay, yes, like getting more of the nutrients because it's not cooked. I believe that, I do. But you're getting just like a host of just residue. This stuff just putrefies in your gut. We're not designed to swim in the water and catch fish and eat them. We have to have tools to live this kind of lifestyle. For the steak to get on your plate, there's tools. You're not gonna run out in the safari and tackle a lion and rip it open and eat it. So I just think that people are blind to this. You know, they look at our ancestors in the Paleolithic period, they're like, oh, you know, we've been eating meat for thousands of years. Yeah. I think we've been making the mistake of eating meat for thousands of years. And I think we did that because we had to go through this process of discovery. We had to go through this process of evolution to get where we are now. And we have to go through what we're at right now to get where we're destined to be, which I think is a beautiful paradise on earth, which we already have. It's already here around us. It's just so many people are just blind to it, which is unfortunate, because it's hard to connect with a very small group of people in this way. That's why the internet is amazing, and I think the internet is just gonna change things so quickly. It already is, and it's a beautiful thing. If you believe in this stuff and you live this lifestyle and you're not sharing it and you're not creating content and you're not learning from others, I think that that's a shame. I think it's a waste of your beautiful gift that is gonna help propel this planet and this species to the next level. We're not meant to eat animals. Look at them. They're talking to each other. I don't know if you can see these birds, but they just like flew up right next to each other, and one was going, oh, oh, and the other one, and the other one was, oh, oh, and then he responded, ah, ah. I mean, they're talking. We might not be able to understand it, but they sure as hell do, and they're living. And just because a cow can't say, no, please don't shoot me in the head, doesn't mean that it wants to die. I think that, you know, animals are wanting to live, and for us to think that they're just here for our pleasure, it's just ignorant and sad. They're here just like we are. They evolved to become what they are, and to graze and to give birth. And yeah, you can make all kinds of millions of different arguments about how this is an invasive species and it's taking over. It's taking over what? Your land? Really? You own this planet, you own this dirt, you own that rock. Ain't nobody own that. Ain't nobody own that. It owns itself. It is just as much a part of everything as you and I. We need to share it. We need to share this love. We need to share this planet. And we need to respect life. And I think that the majority of our problems in the world are because of a lack of respect for life and respect for love, which is life. Life is love. Look at nature. Everything's having sex with itself. Everything is loving itself. And that is the truth. That is the Garden of Eden. That is what we are supposed to be living now. Not when we die and we're good and we believe, you know, in Jesus our whole life and we pray to Jesus our whole life and then we get to go through the golden gates into the heaven. We're already there now. We're already there now. Look at this place. I mean, even in Antarctica, you know, in the frigid cold, or in Kansas, in the plains, in the desert, there's beauty. There's beauty everywhere. I think that humans, we're supposed to live in the tropics, you know, or subtropical areas primarily. And so I think that naturally we wouldn't find ourselves there. And I think there's a million reasons why we migrated. Curiosity. Everything happens for a reason though. And I appreciate the Paleolithic period, and I appreciate our ancestors and the fact that we were able to survive from eating animals. But I mean, you know, these people that ate animals, they weren't frickin' buying, you know, 1 million steaks and eating 24 eggs a day to go to the gym and pump iron. You know, they were killing an animal once in a great moon and sharing and using every single part of its body because they respected the life. They respected that animal and they realized what that animal was sacrificing for them. We don't have that connection with that at all. These paleo people, I mean, it's just like, you know, they just make this association that we ate meat back in the day, and so that's all we're supposed to eat now. It's just a high meat diet, high meat and, you know, veggies. But, you know, I don't care what anyone says, bacon isn't healthy for you. The bacon that you buy at the supermarket, there's no respect in how that was created and put on your plate. I mean, these pigs aren't even given a chance from birth. They're taken from their mothers and put in a cage for their whole life. There's no respect. So anyway, this video's gone on too long. Life and respect for life, and creating heaven on earth. Peace and blessings to you all. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit a like button if you want. Leave a little comment. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see from me. And yeah, raw aloha. Out.
Life is a song that goes on forever. Love is a dance that we do in the city. Yeah. When you hear the sound of the whole world spinning around, listen to the rhythm of the river steady flowing now, moving to its own vibration, singing harmonies with all of creation. We all play a part, yeah, we all got a place in it. Love is infinite. Everything is new.